You are killing yourself, your dreams, and even the people around you. Cheating yourself out of good things, feelings, and outcomes, and you don't even know it. When we hold on to toxic feelings, we allow negative energy that's associated with adverse health impacts and famine into our bodies, minds, and spirits. This negative energy robs us of positive energy, blessings, and joy. Emotional health is integral to overall health as emotions play a pivotal role in our well-being. Studies have shown a connection between regulated mental health and the body's physical health. A more holistic health approach considers the state of both your mind and body, often referred to as the mind-body connection. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Mitchell Early. I help individuals and teams achieve organizational and personal success by providing customized training, resources, tips, and tools to help you pursue purpose and accomplish your goals. If you're looking to grow and evolve personally and professionally, be sure to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload new content. Today, we're talking about the art of letting go. With everything going on in the world and all around us, it's easy to get caught up, to see the glass is half empty, to think that there's no hope. This is why our mental health is so important. The WebMD article, What to Know About Emotional Health, describes emotional health as one aspect of our mental health. It's our ability to cope with both positive and negative emotions, which includes our awareness of them. Emotionally healthy people have good coping mechanisms for negative emotions, and they also know when to reach out to a professional for help. Emotional wellness is directly tied to physical health. People who experience great amounts of stress and negative emotions will sometimes develop other health issues. These problems are not caused directly by the negative feelings, but by behaviors that negative emotions can influence due to a lack of emotional regulation. For example, some people enjoy smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol as a way to relieve stress. However, those habits put you at a greater risk for cancer, heart disease, and other illnesses. Being cheated out of a promotion, cheated on in a relationship, taken advantage of, lied on, maligned, gossiped about, wrongfully accused, targeted, or terminated, we've all got a story about an unsolicited transgression against us. Trust me, I understand. I have been maligned, gossiped about, wrongly accused, set up, badgered, disrespected, conspired against, and deceived, similar to Judas, kissed by someone that was sealing their cunning deception with the kiss. And guess what? I'm still here, still worthy, and still blessed. But even though these plans that were devised to hurt me or divert my path weren't successful, I still find it hard to let go of the how. Let me explain. I've lived long enough and have been fortunate enough to see the why in many situations. So I'm not upset that what happened transpired, because I needed that to happen in order for me to move, and most times to make way for the new. But I still find it hard to let go of the how it happened, even when I know that while that person thought that they might have been doing something harmful to me or to further their objectives, they were doing the exact opposite of what they thought or intended to do. They were actually helping me by being used in God's plan for my life, pushing me on in my journey, giving me a boost up to the next level. But because I am human and wrapped in flesh, the push pissed me off because the push hurt. You might have been betrayed, cheated on, broken up with, judged, abandoned, humiliated, taken advantage of, traumatized emotionally or physically by someone, or experienced another painful situation that you struggle to let go of. Your hurt might have turned into feelings such as anger, resentment, depression, anxiety, or jealousy, possibly lingering for years. And like me, you find it difficult to let bygones be bygones. In the Psychology Today article, Letting Go of Hurt, Forgiveness can be the first step toward healing our wounds and happiness. Dr. Suzanne Babel, marriage and family therapist, states that we often can't let go of our hurt because we took being hurt personally. Our emotional wounds have not healed yet. We are stuck in trauma mode, or we are having difficulty finding forgiveness for others or ourselves. To let go of hurt, we need to take the first step toward healing by beginning to address these issues. Without healing our wounds, the path of happiness can be difficult. Forgiveness is often a necessary step in the healing process, or simply the process of finding greater freedom and peace within. Although it should not be forced, and it is everyone's individual choice. There is a broad spectrum of definitions for forgiveness. In the psychotherapy world, forgiving does not mean forgetting, condoning, or excusing offenses. Nor does it imply reconciliation, trust, or release from legal accountability, or hook you into continuing a relationship with someone. Forgiveness is rather seen as an act of releasing bitterness and vengeance, while acknowledging the truth, hurt, or wrongdoing. The Bible says in Ephesians 4:31 through 32 in the Amplified Bible, to let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor, perpetual animosity, resentment, strife, fault finding, and slander be put away from you, along with every kind of malice, all spitefulness, verbal abuse, and malevolence. Yet some Christians still have a hard time forgiving, myself included. Forgiveness requires us to release the offender from our punishment, placing the offense and situation into God's hands for Him alone to judge. We have to trust God to settle the accounts. However, forgiveness doesn't mean we allow destructive patterns of hurt into our lives, nor does it mean we excuse and tolerate the offense. We are called to speak the truth in love, Ephesians 4:15, not ignore hurtful patterns. In general, it may be helpful to frame the process as releasing yourself from the hurt and negativity. You don't have to say it was okay, just that you are moving on and it might not hurt you so badly anymore. Unfortunately, the inability to forgive can keep us in the unforgiveness zone that stretches from the past into the present moment and allows negative emotions to color every day of our lives, causing emotional and physical stress. There's no timestamp to forgiveness, but holding on to something for years or even decades can keep us stuck in the past, including feelings of powerlessness and hopelessness, and can drain our energy. For this reason, we have to let go. It's not for the offender, it's for us. Unforgiveness leads to bitterness, and once bitterness takes root, it gets harder to pull up. Its roots choke out joy and peace as anger and resentment spread through our lives, killing our hopes and dreams and even poisoning the people around us, cheating ourselves out of good things, feelings, and outcomes. Letting go means chopping the weed of anger and bitterness off at the root by no longer allowing access to our hearts. Through forgiveness, we open up the door to healing. Without forgiveness, we don't heal from the pain caused by others. Too often, we mistakenly think we will be able to forgive when we have done some healing. However, true healing can't happen before forgiveness has taken place. Let this be an incentive or motivation to start the healing process by letting go. Letting go can allow you to enter and inhabit the present moment, relieve stress created by negative thoughts, access newly freed energy, and feel calmer, more peaceful, and grounded. In addition, exiting the unforgiveness zone can put you in charge of the here and now, the time after the event, and open up room for you to feel more in control and powerful. Please know that it's important to acknowledge and be with your feelings, and there is a difference between recognizing and observing feelings versus hanging on to feelings and leaving them unresolved. It does not serve you to stay in the unforgiveness zone too long, no matter what happened to you. Instead, we need to nurture ourselves, heal our wounds, release negative emotions, and move on when our hurt is sufficiently healed. Start now. The Psych Center article, How to Let Go of Past Hurts, 8 Ways to Move On, provides a starting point to reclaiming your life and healing your unresolved feelings. 1. Consider questioning if the pain is comfortable. Sometimes, when you've hurt long enough, you may get used to the emotional pain. Maybe it feels safe and familiar. Maybe you've internalized it as a part of your identity. Perhaps staying angry at that person is comfortable because you can keep a distance. Growing pains can be real. Getting away from the things you felt and thought about for a long time may be uncomfortable, but healing, joy, and peace of mind may be on the other side of letting go. It may not be the case for everyone, but if you ask yourself, why can't I let go? These questions may help you start releasing yourself from the past. Are there any secondary gains from keeping yourself focused on what hurts? Is thinking about the past keeping you from trying new relationships or situations? Do you avoid resolving emotional pain because this would mean facing it first? How would your life be if you left the past in the past? What would happen if you adopted a different role in the situation? 2, consider letting it out. Sometimes to heal, you first need to feel it. Bottling up your thoughts and emotions may hurt you more in the long run and make it hard to let go, particularly if you keep thinking about the past and what harmed you. Ruminating on the same negative thoughts may affect your mood, relationships, and even your ability to be productive and creative. Try to find ways to express how you feel healthily. Releasing the emotional charge may help you stop ruminating. Consider engaging in activities that provide a safe space for you to let it all out. For example, journaling with prompts. Writing a letter to the person who hurt you, sending it is optional. Expressing your pain through art or play if writing or talking is difficult for you. Finding a trusted friend, relative, or therapist to share your experiences and feelings with. 3, consider taking accountability. Taking accountability doesn't mean you have to blame yourself for things that happened to you in the past. It's more about realizing how much energy you're spending on remembering or feeling things that are no longer your present. It's also choosing to focus your attention elsewhere. When you hold on to your pain, resentment, or hurtful memories, you're reliving the painful experience again and again. This may keep you stuck in the past, which is something you can no longer change. Taking accountability is also about claiming your power and deciding others will not control how you feel or live your life. Maybe you didn't have a say in what hurt you in the past, but you have a say now. You can choose where you put your mind and heart today. It's natural and valid to feel this is a difficult task. Maybe the pain is so intense that you can't help but focus on it. Or perhaps you have to live with the consequences. But healing is still possible. Consider reaching out to a mental health professional to explore how you can develop effective coping mechanisms that may make releasing the past easier. You deserve it. 4, try to make space for the new. Focusing on past events may leave little room in your heart and mind for new experiences, including those that may bring you joy. Not letting go of the past may make you more prone to miss the good in your life. Consider these steps to make space for the new and to release the past. Set personal and professional short-term goals. Cultivate gratitude so you can focus on the present good. Assess the quality of your current relationships and choose those that do you good. Commit to a new hobby or activity every month. Clean and organize your spaces. That makes me feel so much better. So you give away or discard items that no longer serve you. Establish new bonds or try to strengthen casual relationships that have the potential to be great friendships. Practice mindfulness so you learn how to return to the moment when your mind wanders to the past. Commit to one self-care activity every week. Engage in altruistic activities that may boost your mood by helping others. Identify positive leaders and role models who lead with empathy and compassion. 5, prioritizing yourself may help. Prioritizing yourself is about being intentional with your decisions. This may start with realizing that choosing what's good for you doesn't mean you're being selfish. Putting yourself first may also mean reclaiming your power by leaving in the past what hurts you and focusing on healing today. It's about realizing that you matter. Consider going to therapy to explore how to let go of the past and hurt you've experienced. Setting boundaries with other people who may want to relive or discuss the past when you're not ready to. Making life decisions that make you feel safe, at peace, or happy, even if others don't agree. Reframing thoughts that may increase your anxiety. Focus on thoughts that make you feel hopeful. Engaging in self-compassion and self-respect. Prioritizing yourself may also be about exploring ways to find forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and others has been associated with higher psychological well-being, including a higher tolerance to uncertainty and a lower tendency to experience anger. The wound is the place where the light enters. Rumi. Try to focus on the lessons. What have you learned about relationships, love, yourself, and life from your hurtful past experiences? Your first response to this question may be to think of the negatives you may have learned. It's natural and valid, but try to pause if this is your first reaction and consider focusing on a few positive lessons. For example, how strong and resilient you may be. Who showed up for you and proved you can rely on them. The things you now know you don't want in your life. The coping skills you may have developed to face life challenges. The sense that everything passes and this too shall pass. This isn't an all-inclusive list and may not necessarily apply to your situation. The idea is to try to identify whatever strength, skill, knowledge, or clarity you may have gained from a painful event. Focusing on these lessons may make it easier to let go. 7, accepting what you can't change may work. One reason you may be ruminating about past events could be a need to revisit past choices or what could have been. Focusing on the what ifs may lead you to repeatedly engage in the same inner conversations and scenarios. But thinking about what happened isn't going to change it. It may be difficult to accept, but learning to identify those things you have no control over may help you let go of the past. The should-haves or what-ifs will not change what happened. The what coulds and what wills may help you move forward and be intentional in daily decisions that will affect your present and future. 8, consider getting professional support. Whether you live with trauma, experience anxiety or another mental health disorder, or maybe facing relationship resentment, a mental health professional can help you let go and release your emotional pain. And guess what? You don't need a reason to visit a professional. It's always good to talk through some of our feelings with someone who knows how to help us and give us the tools that will help us move forward. In the natural, it doesn't matter why it happened or what motivated individuals' participation. For me, the only thing that matters is that God allowed it and that I have always been better for having gone through it. And while I have and do forgive, I do not forget. You got this. Be patient with yourself. Know that you deserve to be happy and be loved. Find support from a therapist, counselor, self-help books, attending workshops, or whatever works for you. If this is difficult to do by yourself. If you have a strategy for letting go or not allowing things, situations, or people to affect you, please comment below and share in our community. Perhaps your strategy will help someone else who's struggling to let go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.